What's up? This is NyVo. Today we have the STAX Sigma. This is the normal bias version, which means it has the 6 pins, which is the lower voltage of the two. The newer one is the Pro bias. You need something like this is the SRD7MK2, and it has both normal and Pro, but you need something with normal bias to run this specific Sigma. Its build quality is super unique. I normally don't like talking about build quality on headphones, but this one I kind of have to. It's so unique. So first of all, it's very flimsy. This part is very fragile. And by the way, this belongs to Xeum, so thanks for letting me borrow it. So anyways, this part is really fragile, and the ear cups are kind of heavy, so that combination makes this very scary to handle. Yeah, so this can snap off pretty easily. So try to be careful with it. What you're looking at, this is the front of the headphone, and the stators are right here. So they're pointing, front and back. And it looks like the same type of stators as in the SR-Lambda Signature. I believe it's the same one. I'm not 100% sure on that. They don't sound exactly the same, and it might be because of how they're placed into here. So you'll notice the inside of the cup is a little interesting. If I can get a picture of it, this is kind of hard to do. Let me try it over here maybe. Let me move the light. Okay, there we go. All right, so you're looking now at the side, and there's all types of different types of foam in there, and the back. So now we're looking at the front here. Let me look at it on this side. Maybe you can see. You can kind of see in there, but that's the stator from the inside. But so there's only one stator on each channel, and it's pointed in this direction. Everything else is foam or just the chamber itself. And I do have to talk about that because it does affect the sound, and quite a bit actually. So given that these are very similar stators, the sound is quite different. This one is coming straight at you. As you can see, there's nothing really blocking it. It just fires straight into your ear canal. And I think that's the biggest difference on these two headphones. It took me a while to figure out that the what I was hearing here was actually that the sound was not attacking my ear canal. It was like it's getting absorbed by the foam in the chamber first before, and it's not even going directly in. It has to go out that way first. So what I actually hear is just I don't want to use the word cleaner, but it's a dampened sound, but it's still somewhat clean. I don't know how to describe it, and it does help display stage information according to my ears. But it's hard to describe that feeling, because just imagine, you got a stator here and your ears here. It's just pounding into your ear, where this one is, going the other direction. It's just not going to hit your ear canal as hard. So, yeah, that's the part that was. It's definitely hard to describe, and it took me a while to even figure out that's what I was hearing, because it is different. It does actually lack sub bass. I guess I'm not that surprised by that, because the AKG K1000 and the RAL SR1A, they both, the stators can angle out, and when they're angled out, the stage gets bigger and the bass goes down. And when you move the wings in on both of those, the bass gets stronger and the stage collapses. So this one, the stators are always out. So that means less bass, at least from everything else I've experienced. Okay. We have a manual here that Xeum also sent. Thanks, Xeum, for sending this in again. So here's the original manual, and I'll just show this up on screen real quick in case one of you guys needs to see this and doesn't have one. This is from the 70s. It's getting pretty old already, so not everyone has this. So here's a copy of it. And I think for the rest of this video, I'll just show you my listening impressions of when I first heard it, and then show you what I thought about it for gaming. What else can I add about it real quick? Just that besides the sub bass roll off, there's also maybe somewhere in the mid bass, I'm not sure, but there's some sort of roll off that makes it sound kind of hollow and dull. Maybe it's the combination of the treble and mid bass or something, but that's kind of the overall sound. It's kind of a hollow, dull sound, and the stage goes to my ears. The front is the worst part. It goes right in front of your face, and the imaging is not very clean. I can't tell exactly where the sounds are coming from, so that's the worst part of the headphone. But then as it goes around, it gets better. So it goes out from here, and then it wraps around. It goes towards the back, and it's actually, this is the best rear staging headphone I've heard, and it's actually accurate. It's not just some gimmicky thing for the back. It is a real backstage, and I know because I was playing video games and I can hear where the sounds are coming out from behind, and it is precise and everything. So this does it's kind of a wonky 360 stage. So I was saying in the 6XX video I did that the HD600 can do it. That one, HD600 is more like it can 360 image more than stage. So the stage is really small. So I don't want you to think that it does it really well. This one actually has a bigger stage, but it's wonkier. To me, it's going barely in front and then out to the side and then wraps around all the way around and goes, fairly deep to the back. It does the rear better than any other headphone I've tried, rear staging. Unfortunately, the front wasn't that great. All right, I guess I'll just go on to the next parts of the video. So here we go. Let's try it out. Okay, right away the stage is impressive. That was just the right to left stage, but let's see what happens. That's pretty wild. The stage going behind you is completely accurate, and it really sounds like someone is behind you. Let me keep listening. So far, I'm impressed. The stage is really nice. Let me try with oversampling. The stage in the front is not as impressive as the stage in the back, so a lot of headphones can stage in front better. The bass is pretty weak. It like dies out when it tries to go hit low. It just kind of like fades out real quick. The bass is so weak that it almost sounds like it's not clean. It's kind of weird. It's like it's dying. I'll say it feels like immersive in a way that's different than other headphones. That it feels like it's a natural type of immersive, but still not completely accurate. I do like hearing sounds in front of me more, and this one is not doing that much to my ears, so it could be different for you. But for my ears, I hear it going behind my head better than in front. I can think of a lot of headphones that go in front better. But the way that it is immersive, it's hard to describe it. Let me think if I can think of how to describe it. It's almost like a VR type of experience, I guess. It's like it's transporting you to a different place, and you're kind of like living by the rules of this environment, which I don't know if that's the best way to describe it, but it, like if you're in VR and there's the wall in front of you, you know, the virtual wall, and you can't go past it. That's kind of like what it's doing with the sound. In the front, it's limited, but everything else, you know, like once you're away from the wall in VR, if you've played VR, it's like you're in whatever song you're playing, it's taking you to that song, and you're in the middle of it, and everything's happening around you. So super immersive. The bass is, I think, the biggest flaw for me, because yeah, anytime there's a bass hit, it's just like I want to hear it, but it's just not there. But I don't know if it's. I doubt it's my Energizer. This is SRD7 MK2, so I doubt it. That's the problem. Which on the Lambda SR Signature, there's plenty of bass on this Energizer. So, but this is the normal bias versus the pro bias. I don't know how much difference that makes. Keep listening. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much my impression. I do like it. I want to try some video games with it because I think it'll be really fun. So let me try that. All right, so I tried out the Sigma for gaming, and it was nice, but not as good as I thought it would be. It was really good at hearing sounds behind you, and also pretty much all around you except the front. Again, it doesn't let you hear things in front of you as well as some other headphones can, but everywhere else it actually does a really good job. I would say, yeah, it's just not as good as I expected for gaming, given how good it sounds for music. But it does really do a good job at the front, 45-degree angles, out to the sides and behind you. The other thing is that it sounds a little bit hollow when you're gaming, at least the games I tried, which was Quake, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Star Wars, and Call of Duty. Since there's a lack of bass and maybe some mid bass or something, but it just feels really, it sounds really dull, which is kind of good and bad because nothing sounds overpowering. You know, sometimes you're gaming and a gunshot is like really overwhelming. This headphone kind of calms things down a bit, so you don't get that, but you can still hear everything. But you know, part of gaming is also the fun part. Is you want that exciting feeling of you know, in Doom. I heard some Doom too. So in Doom, that whole rip and tear feeling of, you know, you're tearing stuff up. You don't really get that same feeling with this headphone. So it's okay for competitive, but not the greatest for competitive. And the other thing is, it kind of, at least for my ears, it warmed my ears up a little bit, which is something that doesn't work for long periods for gaming either. So it is a cool headphone, though. I don't want to like knock it too much. I think it's pretty fun overall, and definitely a way different experience than any other headphone for sure. So it's, again, I guess that's why people have so many headphones, is, you know, they all do different things, and this one certainly does. So can't knock it too much. All right, see you guys later.